is staying pretty consistent. I was just planning on probably getting out of here before the thermal started to drop, but I didn't, and I got picked off. So there's very little chance that that buck, I'm not sure how big that 10-pointer was, but there's very little chance that they're going to come back through this way. I'm going to head back to the cabin, come up with a game plan. I'm essentially just going to get down and head back into a different tree. So, great morning. 5 bucks and probably 15 does. So, we'll keep you updated. November 2nd. Had a really good sit this morning on a different piece of property. And tonight we're going to kind of decoy this this little bottom. We're up high. We're on the upper third of this ridge. And there's a cut bean field out here behind me. Late this summer, we put in a brassica food plot. There are still some turnips and some radishes in there, but not many. The big draw up behind me is a water hole that we put in. So there's been does on there pretty consistent. So with this southeast wind, these bucks can cruise this little ridge that I'm on, scent check the entire field without ever having to even go on the field. So I have really high hopes that they're going to be cruising this top tonight. Wind is kind of marginal, but to kind of combat that, we put the decoy out at about 30 yards with the big mock scrape. So I haven't been in here since 2022, where I shot a really nice 12 point. alongside of that is another flat where those bucks just cruise up and down, up and down, up and down, checking for does. Right now, the thermals are dropping down. So my thermals are going down this valley. There's a big knob. In another valley, the thermals are dropping here. And as you can see, that buck followed it directly up, spotted the decoy, and circled downwind and would have given me a 30-yard shot. So, as far as a plan, working out, it worked out. And man, what a beautiful buck. What a fun night. Hopefully tomorrow we can have some of the same luck. But I've got about 5-10 minutes left. Hopefully we can see something else.
Well, November 3rd is going to be a windy and rainy one. We'll hopefully have until about 10 o'clock. We're going to get dressed and head on out there.
November 3rd is definitely a windy one. It made our entry extremely easy and quiet. However, I don't know what this is going to do for the deer movement, but the time of the year is right. There's a front that's pushing in, which is good, but it's going to be really windy. We're going to hang tight, and hopefully the rain will hold off most of the morning. It's been on and off a little bit, but hoping for some cruising action today. 112. So, major moon phase is at 225, and it just quit raining a little while ago, so probably going to hit the horns together a couple times between now and 4 o'clock, and hopefully something comes out to this food plot to check it out, and we got Mr. Decoy out. It's always fun to be in the tree, so we'll see what happens. Well, quick update. It's probably 2:30. I had just gotten done rattling, and the main buck that I wanted to get in here and shoot just didn't like the decoy and took off. So I think I would have killed him if I didn't have the decoy, but I didn't have time to turn the camera on. He was at about 40 yards, but it's really windy. So I probably wouldn't have even taken the shot anyways. Which is my idea. Bringing the decoy in so I can get him a little closer on this food plot.
Well, I'm sure you can hear it's rainy today. It's November 5th, and it's pouring. It's been pouring since late last night, so I'm going to try to get a couple hours in. But it's really coming down, so going to go try to sit, but likely we'll get washed out. Hard to sit inside, so hopefully we'll see you in the tree.
He didn't even look up, didn't care one bit. So he's kind of doing his own thing, so I've got to look out for both of us. Well, that was exciting. That's another nice, really nice 3-year-old. Had him at 10 yards probably. He's going to be a really nice deer. He's a 9, but he wants to split both G2s. So the rain is starting now. It's real light, which is perfect. Hopefully we can get a big mature buck to do the exact same thing. Wind and rain are finally starting to let down, and we just had this huge weather front move through, and the rain is just about done. We might get a little bit here and there the rest of the afternoon, but the majority of it is done. So we're set up on a really good inside corner of this cut bean field. I've got 2 ridges that meet up with another perpendicular ridge, and these bucks tend to cruise it. So there's some known doe bedding in this area. There's this nice little ridge over here to my south that they tend to use really, really hard. So today just has one of those days where you just feel like something's gonna happen. The big weather shift. Hopefully we can get a look at something here. When I walked in, you could smell a rutted up buck had been in the area, so I think we got in a little bit late, but hopefully he's still cruising or bumping does. We should be in for a good sit. The 11 point. Both are heading straight towards him, so oh man, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll come this way, maybe he'll get a shot at him. Hopefully he gets a shot. Fingers crossed. Yeah, come on, baby. Yes. Come on, baby. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I don't even know if my GoPro's running. Guys, I don't know if I got any of that on. That is the buck I wanted to get. Oh, I cannot tell you how excited I am. That's a 5.5-year-old buck. Beautiful deer, and I absolutely smoked him. I am shaking so bad. Oh, I gotta sit down. Give me a second. We just had this massive rain go through, and I knew we were gonna, as soon as this rain broke, I knew that we were gonna start to see some deer. And what time is it? It's 3:30, and I look up and there's a doe coming flying through, and and right behind her is this big 9-point that I've had pictures of for the last 3 years. He's a 5.5. Then I saw him chasing her. They disappeared down the ridge, heading towards where my father-in-law is sitting. And all of a sudden, he busts back up and chases her. She comes to about 15 yards, and he did not like the little decoy that I have out. He didn't like it one bit, and he wanted to booger, but the doe was still here. So I wish I could have showed you the shot that I had, but there was a Y in a tree, and he was at about 25 yards and slightly quartered too, so I put my pin right on. Oh, guys, here he comes again. Check this buck out. So like I said, before that buck interrupted me, I had a Y in the tree, and he was ready to booger because he didn't like the decoy. So she was at 15 yards. He was at about 25-ish, and quartered towards. I put that my pin, the Montana Black Gold, right on the point of his shoulder, and I smashed him. I buried it up to the fletching, and I watched him tip over 80 yards, and we're gonna celebrate tonight, baby. Oh, thank you, God. God, I love this. All the hard work paid off, man. That's the number one buck that I wanted to get a shot at. And I just shot him at 25 yards. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So, yeah, the giant one didn't go towards you, but that's that one with the 6 points on the ones.
Okay, so he was halfway decent.
Yeah, he's a stud. Yeah, but the giant didn't make it to you.
Oh, jeez. Because I'm not crazy. He looks nice, but he ain't a giant.
Yeah, no,
Then I got
yeah, the giant ran over by me and I killed him.
a bitch. Well, that wears a lot.
Yeah.
Did Billy?
Yeah, I did. Hello?
Sure.
I just smashed the big 9.
Oh my God.
I watched him tip over.
Jesus, I was just thinking about that deer.
Like, I shot right between the Y of a tree, and he was only at 25 yards, and he was quartered towards me.
Oh shit.
So he was quartered towards me, and I put the arrow, or my pin, right on the point of the shoulder, and I buried the arrow all the way to the nock. And so he took off, and you could see blood flying everywhere. And so he ran, and I watched him tip. I can see him laying dead.
Jesus, I think that's
So-
the one you've been waiting for. I've
Yep.
never seen him.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah. So
Congratulations, that's huge. That's someone we needed to get. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to go get them right away or wait till later?
what do you want me to do?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
I wouldn't mind. I don't want to. I want to walk up to him with you guys. Guys, I just look back at the footage. Got him on. Beyond grateful for an opportunity to do this. And I'm gonna wait till dark to get my hands on it, on my buck. Awesome. Yeah. I didn't go up to him. He's big. Well, you know what? Shouldn't you guys be hunting?
Should we be dragging?
You better get ready.
Yeah. All right.
We're at the point of impact here. I did see the deer go down, but we were sitting by the house having a beer and heard coyotes start to light up. So they were right on him. So we quick ran over here, and as soon as I ran into the woods, I could hear some stuff running. So they were close to him, but this is a little bit past impact, and here's part of my arrow. So you can see I buried it all the way up to the fletching from the footage.
Yep. Wow.
So we're gonna wait for those guys, and I can hear the four-wheeler coming.
Like
Yeah, you
300
can see
lumen,
that
but
blood pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
This would be an easy check. Yeah, I mean, he's running hard. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just blasting it.
There he lays right there.
Boy, that is about where mine died, Beau. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
Nice work, son. Jesus, look at that thing.
Yeah, he only made her about 60 yards.
Jeez. Look at the frickin' mass on that thing.
Jeez Louise.
Jesus.
Congrats, Beau.
Holy shit, son.
Appreciate it.
That is unreal.
That is one of the most massive deer that we got ever.
Yeah, thank you. Bob, get in here. There's one more for you here.
Good job, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, I don't think walking up on that mass will ever get old.
Jeez.
Look at all this stuff in his antlers, too.
Yeah, he's been tearing shit up.
That
Oh, you
explains a
got
lot
a
of those gnarly
kicker on there.
Yeah.
Look at all those little nubs.
Yeah, see
Jeez.
how they go all the way up?
All the way up. Wow.
He had to break a lot of other antlers.
Yeah. He could have had something to do with that 14 pointer having no eye anymore.
That's probably
Yeah.
true.
Those babies weren't gonna break.
No.
This deer, as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, the first time I ever saw him was off of this stand. And as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, I filmed him a number of different times off that same stand. I just remembered that. And I shot him almost exactly where I shot that Big 10 in 2020.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, what a special deer.
Yeah, he's huge.
I mean, I don't have small mitts in that.
Oh,
That's a big.
Look at the base on them things. Yeah.
that.
I can't
That-
barely touch. Yeah, he's beautiful.
Oh, you deserve it, son. You have worked your ass off, man.
Yeah. Well,
That's what
thanks
it's
to
all
all you
about.
guys too.
Wow.
Thanks.
Jesus, that's one of the 3 studs we were after. My
Holy.
that might be one of the most massive deer we killed ever, Beau. A little history with this dog.
Doing a lot of stuff just to try to even make him through year to year, you know.
Yeah, right.
And to be able to take him when he's 5.5.
That's crazy. And then you sat through 3 hours of rain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is true.
What do you think of that deer, son?
He's unbelievable. He's everything I thought he was going to be, but then a lot more. So,
Congratulations, man. You
yeah,
deserve it.
Thank you.
Bust your ass and good things happen, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Congrats. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Now we got to drag him out of here.
That's the way to drag a deer out.
That is.
So here he is the next day. It is November 6th. November the 5th was a really good day in the whitetail woods, as you can see. We had some weather push through starting November 4th into the 5th, and it rained, I don't know how many inches, got to be 3 to 4 inches. It came down just steady. So we were pretty waterlogged by the time the weather broke, but we were very thankful to be in the woods when it did. So this buck came through chasing a doe at about 3:30, and I was lucky enough to send a good arrow on its way. The buck made it 60 yards before tipping over. So perfect ending to a great story. This buck, I shot him out of the same stand that I encountered him for the first time as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. 4-year-old, I didn't see him much, and now here he is as a 5.5. So kind of cool to get the story to all come together. It's the most history I've had with a deer, having his sheds from 2, 3, one from 4, and now harvesting him as a 5. So beautiful buck, and I'm beyond grateful to be able to wrap my 2024 Illinois tag around this buck. I appreciate you guys watching. There's more to come.